These 8 plants provide natural support for your health, from memory to joint pain. If you are between the ages of 65 and 80, have you ever considered the possibility that the perfect plants in your environment could subtly improve your health on a daily basis? When you are between the ages of 65 and 80, your body goes through modifications that are subtle but significant. The pain in your joints can be worse than it was before, because of the manner in which your sleep, energy, and even memory can change. You may find that you are experiencing a new version of yourself. Despite the fact that modern medicine plays a part, a significant number of elderly people overlook something essential. Plants are a source of some of the most beneficial support. In the following video, we are going to discuss 8 plants that are not only beneficial to your health, but also to your health in general, particularly if you are in your seniors. These herbs have been utilized for ages in cultures all over the world for a variety of purposes, including the protection of the heart and the calming of the nerves. However, what is even more significant is what contemporary research has shown about how they influence the changes that occur in our bodies as we age. Stay with me to the very end because we are not going to simply list herbs and spices, rather, we are going to analyze how each of these contributes to the functioning of your body. You will learn how they lower inflammation, boost brain health, improve sleep, and even help you feel more balanced and in control of your daily life. However, you will learn how they work with themselves rather than against themselves. It's time to get started. First, turmeric, which helps reduce inflammation and provides support for joints. One of the plants that is held in the highest regard in the field of natural health is turmeric. And there is a good reason for this. The chemical known as curcumin is where the true usefulness of turmeric lies. Despite the fact that its golden hue may be lovely when used in a bowl of curry, turmeric, which contains curcumin, is a potent natural anti-inflammatory with the potential to make a significant difference over time for elderly people who are experiencing stiff joints, knee pain, or the familiar ache in the back that occurs in the morning. The term, the root of aging, is frequently used to refer to inflammation. The response of your body to stress, injury, or pollutants is inflammation, but when it persists over an extended period of time, it begins to cause harm to good tissues. For this reason, turmeric is considered to be extremely potent, because it does not have the harsh side effects that are associated with over-the-counter medicines. Curcumin helps to temper that internal fire. As a result, it reduces the amount of inflammation that is present, particularly in places such as the hands, knees, and hips. Fungaging is a term that is used by medical professionals. As we get older, we see a gradual and consistent increase in inflammation, which is contributing to a variety of issues, ranging from joint difficulties to a deterioration in memory. The use of turmeric does more than just cover up the symptoms. It also treats the low-level burn from the inside out. Because of this, it is an extremely beneficial addition to the diet of an elderly person. One of the people I met was a man named Walter. He was 73 years old, retired from the construction industry, and still took great pride in the calluses that were on his hands. However, after years of lifting and bending, his knees began to give him difficulty. It was suggested that he try incorporating turmeric into his routine rather than immediately resorting to medicine. Initially, he used it as a supplement, and then he began incorporating it into soups and tea. After a few months had passed, he shared with me that although I still feel my age, I no longer have the sensation that I am struggling against my own body. Turmeric is not a miracle cure, but it can be a part of a solution that lasts for a longer period of time, particularly when combined with physical activity and enough hydration. When considering incorporating it into your routine, it is important to keep in mind that the absorption of curcumin is enhanced when it is consumed with black pepper and a small amount of good fat. You might do this by adding a pinch of pepper to your turmeric tea, or you could simply incorporate it into a dish that is prepared with olive oil. When turmeric is used on a regular basis, it does more than just become a spice. It becomes a silent everyday ally that assists you in moving through your day with a little less discomfort, a little more ease, and a greater sensation that your body is still working with you. Ginger, our second choice, is beneficial for digestion and circulation. Despite the fact that ginger has been there for thousands of years, it continues to be one of the plants that people of all ages trust the most. However, as we become older, it becomes an exceptionally useful tool. The reason for this is that ginger has the ability to help two vital processes in the body that have a tendency to slow down. Once you reach the age of 65, your digestion and circulation will. In addition, when these two are not in harmony with one another, you may experience a variety of symptoms, including bloating, pain, cold hands and feet, and even exhaustion. Ginger is well known for creating a warming sensation. Consuming it, particularly in the form of tea or raw slices, enables it to increase circulation, so providing additional blood flow to areas that may not be receiving enough of it. It is possible that this is a simple and natural method for senior citizens who frequently experience feelings of coldness or who struggle with numbness in their fingers or toes to feel more balanced and attentive. Nevertheless, this is only the beginning. The digestive process is also supported by it, which is another important role it plays. The digestion process is slowed down for many elderly people, and they may have gas or a heavy, uncomfortable feeling after eating, in addition to lowering bloating and making it easier for food to pass through the intestines. Ginger includes components that make it easier for the stomach to empty by increasing its efficiency. Ginger has the ability to provide comfort that is both prompt and mild for individuals who experience periodic nausea or an upset stomach. Additionally, there is a psychological advantage. An axis known as the gut-brain axis is responsible for the intimate connection that exists between digestion and mood. When you have a problem with your digestion, your mood probably goes down. On the other hand, when you take care of your digestive health, you frequently experience feelings of mental clarity, calmness, and even emotional equilibrium. Ginger provides support for the entire system without being too much for the body to handle. Betty, a widow who was 69 years old and suffered from stomach aches on a regular basis, particularly in the late afternoons, is someone I would remember. With the intention of calming her stomach in a gentle manner, she tried ginger tea. After a few weeks, not only did the stomach difficulties become less severe, but she also reported to me that she began to sleep better and that she began to feel more alert in the mornings. According to her, this is the first time in years that I have experienced the sensation that my stomach and my brain are working together. You can incorporate ginger into your life by doing something as simple as grating fresh ginger into hot water, chewing a slice after a heavy meal, or keeping ginger chews in your pocket for moments when you need a boost of energy. If you take blood thinners, you should make sure to discuss the possibility of adding ginger to your diet with your physician, as ginger naturally improves circulation and may amplify the effects of these medications. In conclusion, ginger is more than just a flavoring agent. It is a plant that, in addition to facilitating movement and relaxation, also provides support for the quiet systems of the body, which are frequently overlooked, and for a great number of elderly people, it becomes something that they would never want to let go of. I would appreciate it if you could use the second comment section below to let me know that you are continuing viewing this video and that you are finding these insights to be helpful. I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell if you have not already done so. This will ensure that you do not miss any videos. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. Let's proceed with our plans now. Third, ginkgo biloba, which is beneficial for both memory and circulation in the brain. As we become older, many of us begin to become more aware of things that are seemingly little, such as forgetting where we put the keys, getting our names mixed up, or entering a room and forgetting why we got there. Even if it is a natural process, the fact that our memories alter as we get older does not indicate that we are unable to support it. Ginkgo biloba is a plant that has been utilized for ages to have the effect of enhancing mental clarity and protecting the brain from the effects of aging. Ginkgo is derived from one of the oldest tree species on the planet, and the leaves of this tree contain substances that improve blood flow, particularly to the brain. When we get older, our circulation tends to slow down, and the brain is one of the first places to feel the difference. This is why it is crucial to pay attention to this. With decreased blood flow, one may experience increased mental fogginess, slowed thinking, and even fluctuations in mood. The action of ginkgo involves the gradual opening of blood arteries, which enables oxygen and nutrients to be delivered to the regions of the brain that are in greatest need of them. Studies conducted in recent times have demonstrated that ginkgo has the potential to improve cognitive function, particularly in the areas of short-term memory, reaction time, and general cognitive performance. It is not a miraculous drug, but when taken on a regular basis, it has the potential to guard against age-related deterioration and the feeling of slowness that many people experience after the middle of their 60s. It is not only a matter of recollection. However, it also appears that ginkgo has an effect on alertness and mood. A significant number of older citizens who use it report feeling more present, experiencing less exhaustion in the afternoons, and having more confidence in their ability to think. In addition, having confidence in your memory, just like having confidence in your body, can alter the way you interact with the world around you. When I was younger, I knew a man named Carl who was 77 years old. He used to say that after lunch, "My brain seems like it is only functioning at half speed." To begin, he began consuming a small amount of ginkgo every morning with his breakfast. He was no longer claiming to feel 20 years younger after a month had passed. However, he did mention something else, and from that point on, I felt more like myself. That is the most essential thing for a lot of people who are in their latter years. Have patience if you are thinking of purchasing ginkgo. This is not something that can be accomplished overnight. After a few weeks of constant use, the majority of people begin to receive advantages. Additionally, before beginning the medicine, it is important to consult with your physician, particularly if you are currently on medication for blood pressure or blood thinners. You can't merely take ginkgo as a supplement. This is a gentle method that can help boost the natural strength of your brain. Time will not be turned back, but it might be of some assistance. You maintain a level of mental acuity that allows you to take pleasure in each and every moment. Garlic is the fourth ingredient, and it helps promote both heart health and blood pressure. It is possible that garlic is one of the plants that is most commonly used in the kitchen. It is, however, one of the most powerful allies that you can have at your disposal when it comes to safeguarding your heart, particularly after the age of 65. When blood pressure, cholesterol, and circulation become more delicate, including garlic into your daily routine can be a modest but substantial method to support your health. Garlic is a compound that fights inflammation and protects the heart. On a fundamental level, garlic is beneficial because it has the ability to relax blood vessels and enhance the flow of blood throughout the body. Because of this, your heart does not have to exert as much effort in order to pump blood. Additionally, there is a greater possibility that your blood pressure will remain within a healthy level. This kind of assistance can add up over time, particularly when combined with other heart-healthy practices such as exercise, lowering the amount of processed food you consume, and maintaining a healthy level of hydration. Additionally, garlic contains a high concentration of natural substances such as allicin, which, in addition to reducing inflammation, also helps prevent the accumulation of plaque in the arteries. One of the most important ways in which it promotes long-term cardiovascular health is through this. These subtle, internal benefits are more important than we sometimes realize, especially for senior citizens who wish to feel assured in their circulation, vitality, and stamina. I am able to recall a woman that goes by the name Joan. She was 82 years old and had a history of heart problems in her family. Since she was never one to enjoy taking a lengthy list of medicines, She shifted her attention to the ways in which she could alter the meals she ate. She started using fresh garlic on a daily basis, either by sautéing it in olive oil, adding it to soups, or simply mashing it up and spreading it over avocado toast. Following a period of several months, her physician observed a consistent decrease in her blood pressure. But the actual thing that stayed with her was the way that she felt. Her statement was, "I didn't anticipate more energy. I just wanted to avoid taking any further medications. However, I do feel more alive than before." The fact that garlic is not only efficient but also simple is what sets it apart from other herbs. It is not necessary to take a supplement. Although there are plenty of them available, you can incorporate it into the dishes that you currently relish. You should make sure that the garlic is fresh, raw, or minimally cooked because fresh garlic contains more active components than powdered garlic. Also, keep in mind that garlic has the potential to function as a mild blood thinner. In the event that you are already taking medicine for blood pressure or blood clotting, it is always a good idea to bring this up with your healthcare provider. On the other hand, adding garlic is typically a decision that has a low risk but a large payoff. Garlic provides a unique opportunity for senior citizens who wish to feel in control of their health without having to continuously check a chart or read a label. You are able to include it into your regular routine. It provides you with assistance in a subtle manner. In addition, it serves as a reminder that your heart, regardless of your age, is still something that should be protected each and every day. I would appreciate it if you could use the fourth comment section below to let me know that you are continuing viewing this video and that you are finding these insights to be helpful. I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell if you have not already done so. This will ensure that you do not miss any videos. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. Let's proceed with our plans now. 5th, ashwagandha, which helps to maintain a balanced neural system and reduce stress. For those who have not experienced it firsthand, it is difficult to adequately describe the process of becoming older. The way that stress continues to creep in even after retirement, after the children have grown up, and after the deadlines have been removed from the equation. It is possible that it is quieter, but it is still present. Concern yourself with your health, your wealth, and your time. It is for this reason that a significant number of elderly people are turning to ashwagandha, a herb that has been utilized in traditional medicine for generations. Another name for ashwagandha is an adaptogen, which implies that it assists the body in adjusting to the effects of stress. This does not cause you to become drowsy or give you a surge of energy. In doing so, it assists in restoring equilibrium to your neural system. This plant has the potential to be a game changer for older citizens who currently feel worn down, stressed, or as though they are unable to recover from emotional stress in the same manner that they used to. One of its most potent impacts is on the levels of the stress hormone cortisol in the body. It is the primary stress hormone that you produce. Your sleep, your mood, and even your immune system can all be negatively impacted when it is at a too high level for an extended period of time. As a result of ashwagandha's ability to moderate that response, your body is able to go from a state of tension to one of calm, concentration, and relaxation. In addition to this, it helps provide a more peaceful sleep, particularly the kind of deep, healing sleep that is more difficult to achieve as we get older. There are some individuals who discover that they are able to fall asleep more quickly. Some people claim that they are able to sleep for longer periods of time. Many people also claim that they wake up feeling less groggy and more clear-headed, as if their brain had finally had the opportunity to rest in the way that it should have. Here is a story about Sylvia, who is 75 years old. Having retired from her position as a school principal, she considered herself to be her own fuel. However, now that I am retired, that same desire has transformed into restlessness. She discovered that she was worried late into the night, waking up frequently, and feeling exhausted throughout the entire day. Soon after receiving the go-ahead from her physician, she decided to experiment with a little dose of ashwagandha. According to her, I didn't understand how much noise was still running in the background of my head until 2 weeks had passed at that point. It is now calm enough for me to think about it once more. It is possible to consume ashwagandha in the form of capsules or as a powder that might be blended with warm milk or herbal tea. In order for it to be effective, it must be taken on a regular basis, not just occasionally. In addition, it is essential to consult a medical professional before using any herbs that have the potential to influence hormones or mood, particularly if you are currently taking thyroid medicine or any other long-term prescriptions. It's not just about feeling less stressed out when you use this plant. Providing assistance to your body in re-establishing a more stable rhythm on all levels, emotionally, intellectually, and physically, is the goal here, mainly due to the fact that tranquility is not merely a luxury during these years of life. It's something that you've truly deserved, and there are botanicals like ashwagandha that might assist you in maintaining it. Sixth, peppermint, which is said to aid digestion and provide natural respite from tension. The advantages of peppermint go far beyond a pleasant aroma or a flavor that is associated with the holiday season. Peppermint is one of those smells that produces an immediate feeling of revitalization. As a plant that is both gentle and effective, peppermint is a great choice for older citizens because it helps with digestion, alleviates discomfort, and even reduces tension in both the body and the mind. Although it might appear to be straightforward, the ramifications of this are deeply embedded in the way in which your body reacts to stress, pain, and internal imbalance. The capacity of peppermint to make the digestive tract more relaxed is one of the most well-known advantages of this herb. The digestive process might become more sluggish as we get older, which can result in uncomfortable symptoms such as bloating, gas, or a feeling of fullness even after a light meal. These natural compounds found in peppermint help relax the muscles of the gastrointestinal tract, which in turn makes it easier for food and gas to travel through the digestive tract and reduces the likelihood of cramping or tightness occurring along the route. Additionally, it functions as a natural antispasmodic, which means that it soothes contractions of the muscles that occur suddenly and involuntarily and can be a source of discomfort. People who suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, indigestion, or the kind of digestive discomfort that appears out of nowhere may get relief from their symptoms by using peppermint, which does not involve the use of harsh pharmaceuticals or the presence of adverse effects. Nevertheless, peppermint's benefits do not end with digestion. Additionally, it alleviates muscle tension and pain associated with minor headaches, particularly those that are brought on by stress or a lack of sleep. In addition to reducing tension in the neck and shoulders, the cooling impact of peppermint, whether it is consumed in the form of tea, oil, or applied topically, can also assist in clearing brain fog. There is even evidence that suggests that applying peppermint oil to the temples may lower the severity of tension headaches in a method that is both natural and does not involve the use of any harmful drugs. I would want to tell you about Thomas, a retired individual who is 68 years old and has always had a sensitive stomach. After meals, particularly in the evening, he frequently experienced feelings of bloating and lethargy. Peppermint tea was the suggestion made by his daughter. Surprisingly, he experienced fewer headaches as well as decreased suffering within a week of commencing treatment. It seems as though my entire system, both on the inside and the outside, is suddenly feeling smoother, he told me. Begin with a straightforward approach if you want to incorporate peppermint into your daily routine. After each meal, a cup of peppermint tea that is served hot can make a significant difference. If you find that tea is not to your liking, you can also try peppermint oil capsules. However, it is important to select enteric-coated versions in order to safeguard the lining of your stomach. In addition, if you experience stress in the cervical region or the forehead, applying a tiny amount of peppermint oil that has been diluted might assist you in relaxing at the end of the day. There is more to peppermint than just a flavor. It's a little leaf with a pleasant aroma, and it provides support for the entire body. It is a trustworthy companion for elderly people who are looking for comfort, discernment, and tranquility. I would appreciate it if you could use the 6th comment section below to let me know that you are continuing viewing this video and that you are finding these insights to be helpful. I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell if you have not already done so. This will ensure that you do not miss any videos. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. Let's proceed with our plans now. In 7th place, aloe vera, which helps the skin repair and also supports blood sugar levels. Many people believe that aloe vera is a plant that may heal wounds caused by sun exposure, cuts, or burns. And while that is true, the benefits of it go far further than that, particularly for senior citizens. When we become older, our skin becomes more delicate, it heals more slowly, and it is more sensitive to whatever irritates it. While this is happening, the regulation of blood sugar becomes more crucial than it has ever been. The remarkable thing is that aloe vera may be used to treat both of those regions in a way that is not only mild but also natural and simple to add into your regimen. Aloe vera is one of the best plants you can use to keep your skin hydrated, soothed, and supported. It is also one of the plants that has the finest surface texture. The gel has a high concentration of vitamins, enzymes, and amino acids, all of which provide nourishment to the skin and assist it in recovering from dryness, scrapes, or irritation more rapidly. Even relatively minor wounds can take a longer amount of time to heal for elderly people who have skin that is thin or brittle. Consequently, having something as easily accessible as aloe vera in close proximity might be of great assistance. On the other hand, a lot of individuals are unaware of the fact that aloe can also provide support to the body from the inside. In certain studies, it has been demonstrated that aloe vera juice can assist in improving blood sugar control when it is consumed in the appropriate quantities and when it is prepared appropriately. Because of this, it might be beneficial for people who are older. The management of prediabetes or type 2 diabetes should not be taken in place of medicine, rather, it should be incorporated into a more comprehensive lifestyle strategy. The capacity of aloe to reduce inflammation and assist in the regulation of insulin sensitivity is the mechanism by which this internal impact is achieved. When there is less inflammation in the body, everything begins to function a little more smoothly, including the way in which your body absorbs sugar that has been consumed. This is something that a lot of elderly people suffer with, particularly when their energy levels drop or their desires tend to grow over the day. Without a doubt, not all products containing aloe vera are created equal. If you are thinking about drinking aloe vera juice, it is vital to select a product that specifies that it is intended for internal use and does not contain aloin, which is a chemical that, if it is not removed, can cause irritation to the digestive tract. In addition, before incorporating it into your routine, you should always consult with a healthcare expert, particularly if you are already using medication to control your blood sugar conditions. I will never forget Alan, a guy of 70 years old who suffered from dry skin and fluctuating glucose levels. His wife began cultivating aloe vera on the windowsill of the house. After a while, he started applying the gel on his hands every night. And over the course of time, he experimented with consuming little amounts of aloe juice as his physician supervised him. After a few months, he stated that my hands had the sensation of being 10 years younger, and my blood sugar is no longer fluctuating as much as it used to. When it arrived to him, aloe became more than just a common houseplant. His internal and external well-being became a part of his routine as a result of this. With aloe vera, we are reminded that mending does not necessarily have to be a dramatic process. There are times when it is peaceful. It provides a potent form of tranquility, which is especially beneficial for elderly people who want to age with care, both on the skin and in the blood. The 8th recommendation is rosemary, which can help clear the mind and reduce inflammation. Rosemary is frequently connected with savory dishes and roasts that are prepared on Sundays. This aromatic herb, however, has a great deal more to give, particularly for individuals who are coming into their latter years. a potent plant that can help you feel more intellectually alert and emotionally stable, as well as support the brain, is hidden behind its pleasant aroma and earthy taste. This plant has the capacity to help ease inflammation and support the brain. Its influence on the functioning of the brain is one of the most important advantages of rosemary. Among the substances that it contains are carnalic acid and antioxidants, both of which are beneficial in preventing damage to brain cells. The circulation to the brain is known to be stimulated by these substances, which may result in improved focus and assistance with memory, something that, as we become older, naturally becomes more significant, such as when we reach our 60s, 70s, and beyond. In addition to its ability to stimulate the mind, rosemary also has the ability to soothe the body. It is similar to turmeric and garlic in that rosemary possesses powerful anti-inflammatory qualities. Inflammation can be alleviated in the muscles, joints, and even within the neural system, where persistent low-level inflammation is frequently associated with feelings of exhaustion, mood disturbances, and a general sense of being slowed down. Rosemary makes you feel more capable and clear-headed by reducing the amount of noise that is occurring within your head. Researchers have a phrase that they use to describe the concept of neuroprotection, which refers to the preservation of brain health before there is a problem. Rosemary provides an excellent example of that area. Inhaling its aroma, consuming it as a tea, or incorporating it into meals all provide subtle messages to the brain that tell it to remain vigilant, to remain safe, and to be present moment by moment. Based on the findings of some research, it has been suggested that the mere aroma of rosemary can boost memory and reaction time in elderly people. In my memory, I had a conversation with Evelyn, who was 79 years old and always had a pot of rosemary on her porch. First thing in the morning, she would clip a sprig and then crush it between her fingers before making something to drink. She stated that it is more effective than coffee in terms of waking me up. My knees aren't complaining as much, and I feel like I have more energy overall, not only for its flavor, but also for its clarity and comfort. It became a fundamental component of her daily routine. There are numerous ways to include rosemary into your life if you are interested in giving it a try. Include fresh sprigs in the roasting process of meats or vegetables. Mix it with a little honey and steep it in a cup of tea. Reminding yourself to take in the aroma of a little potted plant during the day might be as simple as placing it near a window that gets plenty of sunlight. This herb is a rare and precious combination since it has the ability to both excite and calm at the same time. A powerful reminder that nature has always known how to take care of us. Rosemary offers a return to something simple, a small leaf, a familiar smell, and a powerful reminder that in a time when many people go to complicated answers, rosemary offers a return to something simple. From time to time, all we need to do is listen. Lastly, some thoughts. As we get at the conclusion of this video, I would like you to take a moment to reflect on the following question. Which of these 8 plants seems like it might be a good fit for your life right now? Did you find any that particularly stood out to you? Are you able to think of something that could potentially assist me in feeling a bit more powerful, a little more clear, and a little more like myself? The fact of the matter is that we frequently fail to recognize the significance of seemingly insignificant decisions. A cup of tea, a dash of spice, and a minute spent inhaling the aroma of something green and alive are all examples of enjoyable activities. These are not significant alterations, rather, they are subtle ones. That being said, over the course of time, they construct a foundation of health, confidence, and calmness that may assist you in ways that no one drug could ever be able to. It's not just the things that these plants do that make them so important, it's also the way that they work. Instead of working against your body, they work with it in a slow and gentle manner. They are respectful of your age rather than trying to resist it. In addition, by doing so, they serve as a reminder that there are still resources, still options, and still methods to feel complete. Regardless of where you are, each one is an invitation to listen to your body, to support it with care, and to choose even now to continue growing stronger, steadier, and more in tune with the life you've worked so hard to build. Whether it's turmeric for your joints, peppermint for your belly, or rosemary to keep your thoughts sharp, each one is an invitation to listen to your body. We appreciate you being here with us today. It would be wonderful if you could get in touch with us. Please leave a comment below and tell us about one item you discovered today and how you intend to put it to use in your life right now. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts with us since we value them and want to hear them. Our inspiration and encouragement are greatly increased as a result of reading your remarks. I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it to be informative and enjoyable. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we hope to see you in the future video.